come at last. Black man progressing in every way. 'Cause black we are, and black we will always be. Black in the sight of everyone is so beautiful to see. Oh, now, baby, come on and show me how really black you are. Oh, my darling. Oh, baby, every black is a star. Oh, oh, baby, come on and show me how really black you are right now. Oh, baby. Ooh. Baby, now. Ooh. Oh, baby, do-ba-ba-do-da. Oh, I've got something I like to say. It's rather colorful, but I'll say it anyway. Black is our color. Black is our name. Health, strength, prosperity, and wisdom is our game. Those black we are, and black we will always be. Black in the sight of everyone is so beautiful to see. Ah, da da, baby, yeah. Come on and show me how really black you are, baby. Ooh, baba doo da. Oh. Come at last, black man progressing in every way. 'Cause black we are, and black we will always be. Black in the sight of everyone is so beautiful to see. Oh, now, baby, come on and show me how really black you are. Oh, my darling.
Yes, greetings. We're there with you. Things and times. Yes, sorry about the late entry, but if you are following, then you know say that the time is what the time say. You understand me? So we say give thanks to all those who came in to the new style on Friday. Principle, I experiment with you all. You understand? Because the best streamer there online, you know. I tell you, with no apologies. Because I have a technique. So this evening now, tonight now, we are go through and we are still look upon the racism, but we are try to say, well, we have to pay tribute to Pat Anthony also. You understand? So this is Things and Times doing it different this evening, this night here.
Things and times so hard, no peace, no day, yeah. The vengeance of the Lord must be nearer than, it must be nearer than. How we are gonna do? Money can't help you. Rich man, I feel it too. God is nearer than, he must be nearer than. All together now, it is not the strongest of the strong shall survive. We can't judge people. If you have strong faith, you will stay alive. If you live with love, you shall survive. Things and times so rough, don't it get so tough? We never get enough. The Lord is nearer than, the Lord is nearer than. Yes, he must be nearer than. Things and times so rough, don't it get so tough? We never get enough. The Lord is nearer than, he must be nearer than. How we are gonna do? Money can't help you. Rich man, I feel it too. The Lord is nearer than, he must be nearer than. Oh yeah, this is the strongest of the strong shall survive. We can't judge people. If you have strong faith, you will stay alive. If you live with love, you shall survive. If you have strong faith, you must stay alive.
Yes, it's very disturbing today to listen to some news and hear the American people, them chief of staff and whatever them call themselves, are saying with this COVID virus that African Americans should be the first round of testing. And the reason for it is because they fall into the Irish category. So it seems that even virus is racist. You understand? Because if in Spain them had such numbers and in Germany and in Italy. What happened? And the people that, and in China, and the people that, how come Britain and America are just target Africans as the test round? See, dangerous things. And we are playing with semantics with words. You understand? And then put that up on them news, and them discuss it, and them say, listen, one of the main doctor that used to stand up with the president, him say that it should be more than 65% African American, and he's very disturbed by the figure, that the figure is about that much. And because we don't have the institutions, them, you know, we don't know how much people, in matter of fact, have died or are dying from this mixture. Because it's not just one thing, trust. Yeah? And even here in England, because we have been here, we haven't done justice by our families. We have skateboarded through, we are skateboarded looking for money and money and money and not structures, you know. And one of the most important structure that we brought to this country in helping it to rebuild its infrastructure was health service. The one that everybody marvels at all across the world, the national health. We're the building block of that. And we don't have no health clinic, health centers for ourselves. But we are physicians. So where is the news in relation from us, about us, and about our elders? Where's the news? I mean, do we know precisely, exactly what is being happening? I would go as far as to say we don't. And now with the kind of slacky-tidy attitude that they have taken, you know, back to school, open up this, all the discussions about the mass, but we don't hear any form of logistics, and we don't have any understanding of what is actually been happening to our friends and some of our families. I'm telling you. You see? So, where we were in the darkness, them give some opportunity, alleged opportunity, and people just got amused. And now we've taken our eye off what has been happening. And that's a shame, because these are the same thing that happens repetitively over and over and over again. And this has nothing to do with time is no healer. We keep letting these things happen to us. And a lot of people, there was no information saying that care services were in dire straits or great problems. And the minute care services came up into the health minister's mouth, it was tragedies in health service. In care services. And then you have to ask yourself, wait a minute. those people, them not going nowhere. They had to be taken out of the places for strolls and so forth. But due to this lockdown thing and so on and so on, the head of those places was not taking anybody out. So how did they contract? How did the immune system contract this virus when they were in contact with the surrounding outside international and world? As we were led to believe that, two people them come from China and them, and so forth, them brought they brought the virus with them. And because the country is so large in population, then we have to check back and see who came from outside and catch those people, quarantine them, and catch the people them that they were in contact with since they come back. I mean, the Caribbean islands, we did that. And them kind of background check, and swiftly collect all those people, family, relative, friend, airport officers, everybody that passed through somewhere that come in, got not just tested, quarantine. And this of them get tested. So that limit this thing, because the population didn't go nowhere. You understand? So we work with what were told to us and dealt with that to the T. Know so that we own population is in good health and good condition. It's only things that come in from when February, March, and them did a whole heap of backtracking and a whole heap of isolating and testing of all the workers them at airport and everything. Because we follow what was said. And our ministers, health ministers, use their own logic and logistics. So how come that's not applicable up here? So all the people, so much people, them all of a sudden in the health service start fall like fly, as we were led to believe. Because we don't know who to listen to and who to believe in anything. But a lot of us do know that there's something electronically interfering with people's metabolism. Know that. Like static. When I work with a 5G conspiracy, but there's something, some form of radiation that's hit people and affect the metabolism of all of us. Yeah, some people get licked more than others, and so on. So, all I'm saying is that we need so many things. And we need a space that we speak about what our needs are. Because go back and remember what happened in the news. Them show you something happening in Labrador Grove, Shepherd's Bush, with some of our youth and people them having party or having some sound or something outside. And then there was our people again showing again in parks. And then there was our people again in Brixton. You understand? With police infringements and running and it was, yeah. And we just got excited. Yes. And some people would say, well, why people are locked up for a long time, like all our life, and our only value is amusement. That's why when you listen to all the police aggravation, even though them kill the person, them start talk about things that the person was involved with. It's a club goer. It was a this. He was an irresponsible father, all kind of thing. It has nothing to do with the fact that the man take his gun, his legal law gun, and shoot the man. Did you shoot him or not? Him being a father twice has no bearing on you shooting him. If that be the case, then the whole of your country should be in symmetry, including yourself. So it's always seemed that when it comes to African people, black people, we have to look at so many things. So, as things in time, we keep saying that we advocate an infrastructure, an African Caribbean diaspora infrastructure. Why is other people that talk about money and economics, which is money? And it's not that an infrastructure don't need money, but we need the sensibility, need to have the aspiration, the desires, and the intention, because the resource is ourselves. So what am I really saying? If we all acknowledge that that's what we need, stop the splintering and just say, well, this is what we need, then we will have what our needs are. But we have those people who are totally integrated into British society that believe they are British and that this system and this political movement must have a right to give them whatever their desires are. They don't. And that's why many of our elders needs to be part and parcel of these debates. Because they know that. And some of them advocate that to get the jobs or fulfill the jobs that they once had. Meaningful jobs, statutory jobs, statutory employees, servants of the government, man. And we need health centers. We need educational structures, i.e. school. By now in this country, we should have had several colleges, even an international Caribbean university, a branch of the University of the West Indies, here. Because we're proud of ourselves. And we want international recognition. But we're not thinking this way. Anyway, so we need that. We need the health centers, health clinics, an educational institution, i.e. schools. Schools, not school. And we need some supermarkets, because we need to eat. And we need some African Caribbean international diaspora continental banks, because it must be affiliated to Africa and it must represent the Caribbean islands, the African Caribbean International continental banks. We need that. Look at us. That's what we need. In the 60s, there was pushing for a Caribbean bank, for Caribbean banks. And we had huge arguments about where the headquarters are and where the number one bank should be, whether London or Birmingham. Those people knowing that Birmingham was the capital of England, and then Birmingham was really the capital of African Caribbeans in this country during those days. Huge population were in Birmingham. But the West Indian Standing Conference and the other parties couldn't agree. And whoever gave the instructions for those projects and those aspirations, desires, was squashed. It's not that all our members or bodies have passed on. No. But one thing we did experience was that our ambassadors weren't showing the type of interest that many members of the West Indian Standing Conference and other parties would have liked to have appreciated. It didn't happen. There were a lot of reasons due to their employment that my memory served me that they were using. And for a person like my father, it was not acceptable. Because he said words like, you're either representing us or you're not. Which one is it? And that was to a member, to a number of people. That was no individual. Because some people, them just want to talk to one person and feel, say, yeah, cause for them island and everything. Nah. This were a number of people, and this was a meeting of the Caribbean islands. Ministers, ambassadors, educationalists, all interesting parties. And we didn't go very far, and we still haven't. We still haven't. There were talk those days about restitution. And that talk finished up big time. That language finished up big time in America. Through Kwame Ture. And the brothers and sisters then from the Black Panther movement. But Stokely Carmichael and them brethren them and others were using that word. That until the white man, the European man, recognize and grant restitution to the African slave, ancestors of the African slave, then there's no communication. Restitution start with showing that you have recognized what you have done to us and you intend to make right the wrongs that you have committed to us. Restitution. And return us from whence you took us. But as per normal, we don't stay the course of consistency. And then we wonder why another people use racism as a solid tool, rightly so, in protecting and representing themselves. Because you have many levels of anti-Semitism, but them use the key level in protecting and representing themselves. What says us? And we can sing song about divide and rule, but yet still we're the architects of divide, of self. We not rule nothing, but we divide with self. Because if the Pan-Africans were saying restitution and repatriation and liberation as one and not as singulars, perhaps educationally would have reached somewhere. You hear how I put that? Perhaps educationally we would have reached somewhere. Reason I use the term educationally, because these people use symbolic language and gestures in terms of wording as a reasoning tool. And that's a division within itself if you're not dealing with education to the true sense of the word, true meaning and true definition of the word, education. Because we would have brought our young people on in the language and the words we're using, its implications, and what our desires of those implications are. Not just the definition, the implication. So that when I pass on in the process of getting our needs met, that generation and those young people would continue from whence we were not able. But in our case, we're always reinventing. Because transition, we lacking of that sensibility of transitioning. So some set of people come little more, which is natural. It seems that we have to do certain things to try and get them recognizing that there's a need. Then them have to start from scratch. The only thing them have is a number of books and names and titles of peoples which may be people that they were very much interested in knowing something about. But how far did we get? Did we table anything in court? How far did we get? Did we meet with our ministers and colleagues in Africa? Have we actually met with among ourselves and come to an international understanding legally, where do we stand? International law, where do we stand? How much attempts have we made to knock on this door? But you know what we've got? We've got a lot of records. Not records in music. We have a lot of records. The amount of athletical records that we broke and set. We have a lot of that. The amount of Olympics and Commonwealth game records that we have set and broken. That's what we have. And we don't even keep the history of that. Those who love the entertainment do that. And they charm us. So we get ready. Again and again and again and again. So eventually, we ignore the plight of our ancestors. So it's just a pastime conversation. And then we wonder why no one takes us serious, because we don't take ourselves serious in the first instance. We are consumers for that which we eat and we desire to eat. And it's coming from our islands. And it also comes from our continent, with 1 and 2 pieces coming out of Asia, as in India, Pakistan, or India. 1 and 2 things. But the mass proportion of the food that we consume is ours. But we're the consumers. Do you know how ignorant that looks? Do you know how juvenile is that looks? And then some of us speak about other people. Now, we shouldn't be speaking about other people. We're supposed to speak about ourselves. Because other people that do business. And don't let nobody come tell you, me I say it like that because he's a Muslim. They are doing business. We're not. All the jellies and everything else that people them have enough for them shop, their women don't wear them things, don't use them things. It's we go use them things. Because there were photographs showing a whole heap of black people coming from America, a whole heap of black women, whether them ugly, pretty or whatever, they're showing them and they're showing the way them hair look because this gel and this and that and other things and wigs and everything else. And we have purchased all those things. The Asian man, his women, his girl children, and his wives do not indulge in such. They don't. You see? They do not. But yet still we know our countries, we know our islands, and we have family that's in gross poverty. We have family that look work. We have learned something in England, and we should have just exchanged some of what we have learned with our people, friends, family and friends, and not coerce them, inform and educate them to do something. And we have farmers. We have family that have land, and them farm the land. And we have districts in our country that are farmland. and we have intelligence. We may not be farmers ourselves, but some of us have a gift of organizing. We do. Why is the only thing that we want to organize, and we do well at that, but is there money? Do we benefit from the money? Is there money filtering through this musical fraternity? Should be a music fraternity, but is there money? Real money? And are we in control of the receipt of that money? These are big questions, you know. But these questions can only be asked and looked upon if we were sitting and meeting as a people the same way we attend church. The same way we attend church. That's what I'm saying. That's why I want pastor to become shepherd. Because he would understand his full responsibility of the living beings here on this earth. Not his sexual pleasures and not his wanting, tithing, and prosperity measures in the church. That prosperity thing can work to make sure that the bank stays afloat. Make sure that the supermarkets idea that needs capital to develop the foundation is there. Because the calling of the people is natural. But yet still they're telling you, or they're not telling us anything. Because even though the contents is not all of God, or is not of God, there's contents in there that tells a person, or direct a people, how to accumulate mammon, and then how to use mammon in support of the congregation or the people. So there won't be no misappropriation of actions. Because the good shepherd would be overseeing goodness from his flock, which is we the people. Structured, managed, directed by the people ourselves. Every other people in this country, that's how them function, if you but know. That's how them function. And every religious order have a centerpiece of taking care of its people. Yes, we're the only ones that seem to want to gyrate and not take care of ourselves. Because we're following someone else's aspiration and feeling that we're doing something justly for ourselves. We're not. We should be, but we're not. True to the education of those people who are running these things. Theological education ain't for us. And you can't manipulate it to make it for us. Because you have to stay in the status quo of the structure to which we're living within. That's why most of our African brothers that come here, them set up them independent church or congregation or meeting or whatever they want to call it. The most hideous thing is that them land here and a church them are set up or some gatherings they're setting up. Some ministries they're setting up. Them not stay home and organize the villages, but then come a foreign, then come a Europe, then come a England. Because them understand to go to the charity commissioner and register something on religious grounds. Everyone hustles, man. So we have to kick them things to the curb and just use our educational criteria of the country and develop ourselves. We need a African Caribbean diaspora infrastructure immediately. We need healthcare, educational centers, our educational institutions. We need supermarkets, and we need the African Caribbean continental international banks. And we also need to be looking at restitution along with Beckles and Co. Yeah, we're not trying to create something anew, because we should be discussing with our brothers and sisters in North Africa and in South Americas. Yes, we shouldn't be just getting song bites. And I'm sure someone like my sons and daughters will be telling a lot of those elders that they should be ashamed. You see, all these apologies and these niceties, they all have a role to play sometimes, but we don't have time to play around and be apologists. We need to tell things as it is. The Garvey movement, whoever they are, and how many there are, let them produce their resume. That's all. Just say, listen, brothers, sisters, produce your resume. Let's see what's been happening. Report back. Let's see what's been happening. Give us an account for 76 years. Let's assess and evaluate the progression of that. But we are scared to do things like that. Because, oh, you're going to be polite. Polite where? Where am I not polite? Because I ask a direct question. In 76 years, what's the accomplishments? And if you don't like the 76 years, because you say, I wasn't here, your mother was here, your father was here, your granddad was here, your grandfather was here, and your grandmother was here. All right. Push that aside and say, all right, let me deal with the last 20 years. And they're going to tell you that this body and that body is always somebody. It's never us. It's never them. You see? So, we need to also avoid social distractions. We really do. And if we develop an agenda, we agree that the agenda is passed, and we don't infringe on the agenda and change the agenda for any rich reason. It's till death do us part. Because we need to develop and we need to build. We have so many foundations to establish. Remember the resources are us. We don't have to go look the resources. The resources are us. We just have to have commonality. And we have to identify those pessimists that want to be a Pan-African, want to be a black activist, now they want to be a Black Lives Matter, and everything else that pop up. But can't find a duty and cannot see themselves being responsible and committed till death do us part. Because we need to avoid all these distractions. And we need to avoid the integrationists, because them will take us down the garden path and hoodwink us. And sell us out. Because they will say that the work that we're having to do is too much work, and them now make no money. There's many of us is like that. There's so much to do, and you're not paying me. There's a lot of us like that. That's not the way a revolution is run. That's not how it works. Those people who read and they're religious minded return to Moses, and please find where it says God said to Moses and Aaron, tell the people that they need to accumulate X amount of wealth. Wasn't there. There's nothing of the kind. I know some people go, hey, they had gold in it. No. They had their own possessions. And what did they do? The minute the man back was turned, some Rufuses, roast breadfruit, and traitors that had a lust and a desire for what was taking place or used to take place, and they were part of in Kemet. Seduce others while Moses was away. And got even his brother Aaron, who was a craftsman, who had craft skills, to fashion them a bull. Hence, the deceiver asked the people to bring their valuable possessions so that Aaron could smelt them to make a cast to fashion this bull that you can see today in this world still. Not the very same one, but the replica of what was available in Kemet at the time. Today is used as a symbol of economics. Oh yes. So you're not finding anywhere where God said to Moses, you have to make sure that the people have good bankroll. Not I can't help you. He never said make sure the people them have diamonds and gold, and we don't want no bronze. Because if they don't have that, when you get to the ocean, I can't part the sea for you. When you get there, you have to pay. And what I want is diamonds and gold. Unless you have that, You might as well stare with Pharaoh. That wasn't said. So I don't know how we just get so hang up. And yet still we want to call ourselves this denomination, blah, blah. We get so hang up on this money thing. And we believe in God, you know. So if we believe in God, do godly things, want godly things, have faith. Yes, have faith. Develop trust. And be tough, strong, stern. And not give up. And you see how things work. Because we are resourceful. So that's what God said. And that's what Moses knew he had. And he just needed good company. Not bad-mindedness. But you're not the end of the day after they're gone through, they're saved. Them had to go for a big cleansing. 2 scores. And I know that, yes? Yeah, a huge cleansing. 2 scores. And after that, he was forbidden to continue with them. Now, some people accept that, and some people don't. It's all right. Get the drift of the allegory. Get the drift of the story. Get the drift of the actuality. And let us make these things work for us. Don't hinder. Because there's prosperity. There's vision. It's a model. All we have to do is apply. And to apply, we need to be committed. And then we need to be consistent. And stop loving other than ourselves. To love others, that will happen once we are treated good. But we have to first love ourselves. And right now, I think we have to start learning how to reconnect ourselves with ourselves. And then we have to have a serious desire to remove these men who are abusing and misusing our women. We have to stop that. We have to stop that. We can't have ourselves disrespecting, undervaluing, whoremongering our women. The wound that bore me. Are you crazy? We have to have a good examination of that and make that a crime against African people. We in the diaspora. Don't bother about other people. We have to take care of what we can handle. And we have to look at the things that is prohibiting us from the glory of God. Because God is not sometime-ish. Check it and don't miss it. Oxygen, all creation requires, and the Almighty attends to us. Isn't that true? Yes. It's we who pollute oxygen. Check it. But when we lose our lives or we die, it's not the heart. It's the oxygen that we lose. And the heart keeps going for some time. But the oxygen is what shows that we have expired. Life gone. Oh, yes. So, alhamdulillah, distraction, we need to avoid the social distractions. And we need to raise our children to understand distractions and understand how to use and deal with amusement. Amusement should not dictate their morality. It should not dictate their sensibility. It should not dictate their sensitivity either. Most important. Shouldn't. Now, if we are parents and we not see that distractions is part of the African Caribbean Achilles heel, then we're not paying attention to ourselves and we're lying to ourselves. And we have to face some serious reality. We have to assess and evaluate ourselves. Don't let someone else do that. Because they will lie. Because they want to use and misuse us. It's been happening to us far too long. Something has to change. It has to. And the only way it can be done is by ourselves. So, I rabble in there at this late hour. Yes. You know, part of the thing was prayer time. And my wife was making sure that I don't play songs at the intro. You see? So that was really it. To tell you the truth, because you see my soul say you have to talk the truth to the people. You know? If not, you don't do that. Don't bother talk to the people, period. You understand? So that was it. You understand? So we have to analyze things carefully. We have to reflect on our journey and our family's journey in England, in Europe. Because we all want good. But we can do all of these things together. No matter how much conversation we have as individuals in all the different houses, in all the different places, we're all saying the same thing, you know. The real issue is that we're not developing an agenda collectively, and we're not coming together as a collective across the boroughs. Just like how it happens with a church in those congregations. We need that. And you will see how simple things should have been. I have to just reflect on how we came here, how we was able to do so many things, how we was able to throw a partner all across London and the countryside. Just think about it. And why is it thinking about it? And you have your parents or any of the elders around. Just bear in mind that the place was extremely hazardous and very, very extremely cold. Life was difficult, and we never let the employment market down. Those of us who were designated to particular employment or particular duties, we never let the service down yet. We're the most honorable and loyal subjects in the United Kingdom. African Caribbean people. I tell you, look at the services that they still have, you know. I remember we were brought here through immigration to reestablish those institutions. That's why I can't deal with the people who get hype up with the Windrush. You hear how it say rush? People them come here after work done, wanted to come to England. Those ones that were here, that was bought here through immigration, didn't necessarily want it to come to England. They were chosen to come to England to fulfill some tasks for England, true to this thing called the mother country, through colonialism. And we did Victoria and her establishment proud. But we still did not receive restitution up to this day and time. For Elizabeth was a child. And one would have felt that as that child matures and even met His Imperial Majesty, her humane qualities would have said, give these people their freedom. Those of them who want to stay with us should be welcome. Those who want to return should also be welcome. That young Elizabeth didn't do that. Was she coerced? And we still have time in her. Because if she leaves what she was a part of as the ruler, the queen, in all those constitutions, we're goddamn doomed. We have set up our generation, our children, the next generation, to be servitude slaves again. And don't come smiling till we say, well, Charles will be different. Charles ain't going to be no different. Charles was given the head of the Commonwealth. He's made head of the Commonwealth. The Queen has no intention of relinquishing any control whatsoever. Should we not try and rattle some of those feathers? Because when you get to a certain age, you know, you start seeing things in a refined manner. And you know that you're getting closer and closer to your maker. You see? So you have to just understand the psychology and move in. That's what we need to do. Move in. And touch up that sentiment that belongs to God Almighty. Because when you're young and bra, you know, you just go on like say it's impregnable. When you get to a certain age now, the impregnability, you deal with spirituality now, you know. You try to do everything to make sure you have a good innings with God. And some people get a visitation. And now all of a sudden them trying to make amendments for the evils that they've done, and they were thinking that was such secret that nobody no know. And things that them did long time, I bother them, you know. Them can see it like movie. Have I been there? Of course, I'm still alive. You understand? So people, remember, we have plenty things to do, right? And God Almighty is with us, right? Let's not behave like say God's not with us. You understand? God is with us. And if we want good, we'll get good. But we have to be consistent and be dutiful. And all is going to be well. Because tomorrow I be gone. And guess what? Our children then will continue the journey. That's how it go. Our children will continue the journey. You understand? So don't let nobody come tell you say that it's like they want something that is not going to be possible. They are joking. Everything is possible. You understand? Even the things that some people think is impossible, is possible. Once we have life, everything is possible. I'm always teaching my young students, them in basketball, not to use, even in school and mentoring, don't use the word I can't. I can do anything. I can be honest. I can be dishonest. I can be a lover. I can be a hater. I can be a murderer. I can be a healer. Hey, we can do anything. But we don't want to do all them wicked things, murder and lie and everything. You understand? We want to practice loving. So we are going Pat Anthony now, and we have Principle and Bright Lights, a juggle. So, yo, listen good, yeah? So we say, Pat Anthony, you understand? This is our tribute to Pat Anthony, artist. Yo, what happened to you?
Run it, run it, run it. There will never be no peace until Jah is seated, There will never be any peace until Jah is seated at the conference table. No one, yeah, drop them. There will never be no peace until Jah is seated, There will never be any peace until Jah is seated at the conference table, There will never be any peace until Jah is seated at the conference table, Man and a woman, boys and girls, it's time you change your style. Stop from going wild. We are all one, red or yellow, black or white, and we should live together in a Jah sight. So there will never be any peace.
Just hung your bud
until Jah is seated at the conference table, There will never be any peace until Jah is seated at the conference table, Peace, we're crying for peace. Cease, the gunshot to cease. Is there no love exists for you and me? Is there no peace? What's the possibility? Is there no love?
What's dropping? Everything is on the rise, nothing ain't dropping.
Is there no peace? Jah created for you and me. Peace, we're crying for peace. Cease, the gunshot to cease. Is there no love exists for you and me? Fire, baby. Is there no peace? What's the possibility? hearse and I'm in a winner hit. Body in a hearse and I'm in a winner hit. Plan a purse and I'm in a winner hit. Bless but we curse and I'm in a winner hit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Seem like my people forget their roots.
Oh, Tom, but blast it up.
And they are living this you wanna murderer.
Yes, Sackney, me I
This
tell
you
you, man.
wanna
Pat Anthony, listen.
You got one like Roddy Bone.
Go on, sir.
You shouldn't try test this song, yeah, no,
Man, place
no.
like Oasis.
I'm murder.
Let's do it
This
then.
song, yeah,
Go on, sir.
no. This you wanna murderer.
Make some boy them trim it
This
too.
you wanna murderer. I'm music murder. Music murder. I'm murder.
You got one like Roddy Bone.
You shouldn't try test this song, yeah, no, no. I'm murder. You shouldn't try play this song, yeah, no.
Pat Anthony.
We are the killer them a one by one. Gentlemen, we are the killer them a 2 by 2. Gentlemen, we are the killer them a 3 by 3. Come catch your bad and only bamba laughing.
Oh, Tom,
I say I'm murder. You shouldn't try play this song, yeah, no, no.
Easy jam is easy.
You shouldn't try test this song, yeah, no, no. We are the dan dan diggity dan, we are the dan dan diggity dan.
Go on, Jamie.
We are the dan dan diggity dan, dan dan diggity dan, we are the dan dan diggity dan, dan dan diggity dan, we are the dan dan diggity dan. But what them do, what them say them can't play we. Yes, what them do, what them say them can't test we. Them know reggae music, they get in a style. Them know about that only in my top celebrity. And every time we come, we have to get bandit. I'm murder. You shouldn't try to
It's a top selector.
Easy, Inspector, easy, easy.
on a taxi. It's a limousine entry. My name is Bad and Tony.
Settle.
And I'm a dance so stylish. Sound clash again. And I can see those sound boy lose again.
Oh, Tom, but.
And I can see those sound boy cry again. Cause reggae got people falling in love.
Man called Pat Anthony.
Oh, now, it's the kill again.
Settle Hackney Massive.
And I can see them write their will again. And I can see
Right,
mother kill again. Cause reggae got people falling in love.
Man called Richie Davis. Settle.
Oh, now. And if you wanna see a sound clash, come and listen my champion sound. And if you wanna see a sound die, come and listen my champion sound. And if you wanna find a girlfriend, come and listen only my sound. Cause my sound.
Listen keenly, you.
The bigger boss, a sound boy better mass, yeah. A sound boy better mass, whoa. Reggae music at the bigger boss, hey, bigger boss. Reggae music at the bigger boss, and all of the sound boy them have to mass. Reggae music at the bigger boss, hey, bigger boss. Reggae music at the bigger boss, and all of the sound boy them have to mass. So you pick, take the up and lick it across. Cause you know reggae music at the bigger boss. In a dancehall business, me cantangerous. Music business, we're well famous. This a sing around the mic and him a sing it conscious. Reggae music at the bigger boss. Hey, bigger boss. Reggae music at the bigger boss. And all of the sound boy them have a mass. So if you line in, you feel line out. Reggae music it a play and it a shock out. You line in, you feel line out. Reggae music it a play and the girls them spread out. You line in, you feel line out. Genius a him a mix and him a mix it out. Reggae music at the bigger boss. Hey, bigger, bigger, bigger boss.
This time
reggae music are the bigger boss. And all of that sound what them up about.
Watch it.
Oh yeah.
Box that till you're blind. Bang, bang, bang.
My dubs are anointed and my sound forever. Yes. Surely all the dancehall past they will follow I all the days of my life.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it, pull it.
Oh yeah.
Go on, Brad. Go on.
Can't tired.
My dubs are anointed and my sound forever. Yes. Surely all the dancehall past they will follow I all the days of my life. There'll be no sound to really, really test my sound. Cause we're at a crossroads and we've got to make a decision. Ooh,
You got the one that radical
sound. Whoa, Lord. Ooh, flash the rubber dub sound. Ooh, a song try to sweet. Yes, him get me is a rebel. Oh, in other dance, you don't know the difference between him bass and treble. Ooh, play the rubber dub sound. Ooh, whoa gosh. Ooh, flash the rubber dub sound. Ooh,
See, selected out here, man.
my dubs are anointed and my sound.
Don't stop play that song, yeah. Don't stop play. Crackins, crackins.
Go on,
Yes,
sir.
we come again now.
See?
Yes, we come again.
Norman Prince, you must touch
Yes,
up
we
the
come
thing, man.
again.
Go on, Prince.
Boy, come Mr. One. We come for ram obsession, Mr.
Set it right, like, set
Two.
them.
We gonna kill them with you, Mr. Three. Gampa loving spree, Mr. Four. Yes, I'm gonna give them some more, Mr. Five. Well, I must keep the dance all alive, Mr. Six. Yes, I'm happy run, come quick, I'm Mr. Seven. And every man who wanna go I have Mr. Eight. John, we gonna lay them straight, Mr. Nine. Well, tell them for your girl is mine, Mr. 10.
Oh,
One, go tell for your friend we come again. Boy, run, go tell your friend. Yeah, that we come again. Boy, come Mr. Lyrics me no borrow and lyrics me no lend. Inna me head a way me invent them. And pon the rhythm when me come fi sing them, me come again. Yeah, run, go tell your friend. Boy, come Mr. One. We come for ram obsession, Mr. Two. Janu, we gonna kill them with you, Mr. Three. Gampampa loving spree, Mr. Four. Yes, I'm gonna give them some more, Mr. Five. Well, I must keep the dance all alive, Mr. Six. Yes, them happy run, come quick, and Mr. Seven. And every man who go ahead, Mr. Eight. Janu, we gonna lay them straight, Mr. Nine. Well, tell them for your girl is mine, Mr. 10. Go and go tell for your friend we come again. Yeah,
Get your tongue, select time.
Listen.
It's all or nothing at all.
Listen to the switch.
They
Go
wanna
on.
see us
Bright lights. Go on, man. Stop
See
laughing.
them. It's all or nothing at all.
Concentrate.
All or nothing, that's the game I play. Wicked people couldn't lead I astray. I no follow company, no way.
Yo, we wanna put that.
I work off for I own all.
Right, right.
Hold
Amen.
on.
Go on, man. Flash it. Till you
It's all
concentrate.
or nothing at all. They wanna see us fall.
Cultural
See
expression.
them. It's all
Things
or
and times,
nothing
man.
at
Lock it. Go on. Pull out. Cut shot.
All or nothing, that's the game I play. No wicked people couldn't lead I astray. I no follow company, no way.
Man, call patterns
I
in the
work
tribute.
off for I own order. Cause I know that Jah for me father. All or nothing, that's the game I play.
Settle your
Wicked
massive.
people couldn't lead I astray. I work off for I own order. Cause I know that Jah for my father. All or
Wise.
nothing, that's the game I play. No wicked people couldn't lead I astray. but I work off a I own order. Men and people will fight you down. They even wanna see you drown. But I'm a soldier of your army, so the wicked don't dance for me. 'Cause I'm living my life positively. Right now I just wanna be strong and healthy. Very strong and healthy. But don't let them push you down. Don't let them push you around. Don't let them use you out. Don't let them run them out. Out they go look you for.
Beg your pardon, move it up.
Doing it early. Get it over and done. Doing it early.
Some butt.
Early out, my sound I gonna hit them early out. Watch it sound boy, early out. My sound I gonna hit them early out. Doing it early. Get it over and done. Doing it early.
Yeah.
Early out, my sound I gonna hit them early out. Watch it sound boy, early out. My sound I go with them early out. So every message just dance if you're dancing, and all the youth them just move if you're moving, and all the girls them just shout if they're shouting, and every message just skank if you're skanking. Cause this a song it make me sweat and I'm sure. Proud of people, you get your money's worth. And this a song it make me dance off my shoes. I was rocking and a skanking to the late night.
Two selectors, listen man, proper
my
thing.
sound I go lift them
Bright
early
lights and
out. Watch it
principles.
sound boy, early
Bright
out.
lights is
My sound I go
principles,
lift them
students.
early
Listen.
out. So every message just dance if you're dancing, and all the girls them just move if you're moving. Said every message
All
just
right,
shout
them.
if you're shouting, and all the youth them just skank if you're
play with them balls, man.
skanking.
They
We
were
ain't gonna
operating.
wait on no late night hour. No, not my
don't stop
sound ain't
shooting.
gonna wait on no midnight hour.
Be a badness.
We're doing it now. Get it
Come on, bright lights.
Now when you talk about sound, you're talking about sounds of quality, exclusively. And this is Bad and Tony. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, say bright, see?
Now when you talk about sounds, you're talking about sounds of quality, exclusively. And this is Bad and Tony.
Yeah, it should be tiger.
Two sounds went to war. One got to win and one got to lose. Two sounds went to war.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it.
Now when you talk about sounds, you're talking about sounds of quality, exclusively. And this is Bad and Tony.
A tree pull. Watch him now.
Now when you talk about sounds,
everything
you're
is on the
talking
rise,
about
nothing ain't dropping.
sounds of quality, exclusively. And
Show
this
them
is
man
Bad
them
and
say I
Tony.
skills, man.
Oh yeah.
In abundance.
Sounds went to war. One got to win and one got to lose. Two sounds went to war. One got to win and one got to lose. Showdown. When my sound lock you up, there got to be a showdown. Oh yeah now. So to the vibes and the runnings they are gone.
Special request to the people them there on Black
My
Chat.
sound, to the music and the vibes we are gone.
Love it.
We have to step it up. Well now, we come in at the session, they must shake off we young. My sound, ram up session. Listen my sound, how it sounds so sweet. And all of the massive them are rap to the beat. Two sounds went to war. One got to win and one got to lose. Two sounds went to war. One got to win and one got to lose. Showdown.
Stop it, calm down.
They got to be a showdown.
I saw the roots man.
Oh, gosh, man.
I saw the roots man jamming it. She said she like how we do it. She said she like
Your
how
quick
we
play, you do bright lights bad enough. You
You see
choose
she
the
love
hot,
it
hot,
right.
with him.
You see she love it right in there. She likes it hot, she likes it cold. If this a woman got no self-control, she like it
fast, she don't like it slow. Cause she's a woman like to be on the go. Give me that. Me say she love it right in there.
Yes, good night, my sister. Good night.
She don't want.
I don't know what.
Yeah, so nice.
Like how me treat you one sister London. She like it straightforward. Give me that. Me say she love it right in there. Me say she love it right in there.
Artist called Pat Anthony tribute.
That's the way she wants it. She said she like how me do it. She said she like how me damn it. Me say she love it right. Me say she love it right. Rub on the right hand in the center. Rub on the left, rub on the right hand in the center. This a youth and one champion dancer. This a youth and one champion bubbler. Me say she love it right.
All Hackney massive. You know she a muscle now. Coming. Energy.
Oh no, no.
Welcome Pat Anthony.
Coulda never, no way, coulda never. Oh no, no. Not the pressure be unsure.
Fire, baby.
Oh no, not the pressure be unsurety. Cause when me got me and me have a family. Man out the street them just a beg me money.
Yeah, so nice.
I'm a richie. And when you check it, me not happy to see. I've gotta be strong, gotta be strong. Oh yeah, gotta be strong. Strong like a lion. Strong like a lion. Yeah. When me come in at the dance, me have me money. Cause me's a youth, I'm in a licky. When me come in at the dance, me have to feel like me. I don't want me a problem to nobody. I've gotta be strong, oh yeah, gotta be strong. Strong like a lion, yeah, strong like a lion. But me not give pressure for unsurety, oh no, not give pressure for unsurety. Cause when me come to the dance, yes, me have me money. Man, them just a lean for me. Some want a split, some want a liquor. I let them take this your situation far. I've gotta be strong, oh yeah, gotta be strong. Strong like a lion, strong like a lion.
Yo. Inspector, go on, man.
Dangerous system, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, so nice.
Dangerous system, it's too dangerous.
What I do? Pull up that song, that song, that bad.
I
want to know what the mighty people from Northland and Stonehaven can represent from them times now. What do you like Roddy Boone, Ochebeng, Maestro, and
Dangerous system, it's too dangerous. They rob us of our land and our gold. They rob us of our freedom and our independency. They even rob us of our culture and our dignity. And now they still try to keep I and I down. Dangerous system, it's too dangerous. Dangerous system, it's too dangerous. They're on the high position.
Oh, top, but.
Who are the minister of this? Some are minister of that. And yet they don't see the roots of the poverty. Dangerous system, it's too dangerous. Dangerous system, it's too dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Them life depend on it.
She kept me hanging on when I thought her love was mine. for the party, and I was to work.
Mr. Pat Anthony.
Ready by 9:30, but when I reached, she weren't in me. Cause she kept me hanging on to a love that's already gone. Yeah, she kept me hanging on to a love that's already gone. So I went sitting in the park in a deep meditation, wondering how, where or when will I see my best friend? Cause she kept me hanging on to a love that's already gone. Yeah, she kept me hanging on.
Easy, man, hold on tight.
To a love that's already gone. Yes, it's hard to really make it when you lose the one you love. Yes, it's hard to really take it when you lose the one you love. She kept me hanging on to a love that's already gone. Yes, she kept me hanging on to a love that's already gone.
Crazy love. Them call it crazy loving.
Things are ways, not true. Listen.
Oh girl, I can't take your lazy love. No, 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 no.
You don't know about the moon, it's a UK Roses, man.
Fire, baby. Fire, 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 baby.
Sleep with the day, then we won't sleep tonight. The type of living, it just ain't right. And every day you want money, you wanna try to live up somebody with your crazy love. Oh gosh, I can't take your lazy love.
Play a tune, play a tune.
No, crazy love. Oh girl, I can't take your lazy love. No, you're more empowered than ashamed to know the type of life you're living in the city. Live away from country. Come a town in a bad company with your crazy love. Oh gosh, I can't take your lazy love. No, 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 crazy love. Oh girl, I can't take your lazy love. No, crazy loving, crazy loving.
Butter sound
No
sweet.
girl, no girl, crazy loving.
Things in time, culture expression, man.
Oh, now, what a bubbling. I tell you what a bubbling. Till the morning.
Play a tune, play a tune.
Say what a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Till the morning. Turn now, what a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Till the morning.
One.
Oh, now, what a bubbling. I tell you what a bubbling.
Butter sound sweet, me.
You don't know about the moon, it's a UK Roses, man.
Just like that.
Baby. Bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Till the morning. Come on now. What a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Till the morning. Oh, now.
Pat Anthony.
The disc jockey's playing our music.
Joe.
I know we can't refuse it.
Set it right now.
Yes, so nice.
Oh girl, what a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling till the morning.
Marvelous
Come
child.
on, say what a bubbling, 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 and the day is dawning. Oh yeah, just listen to the drum and the bass.
Teach.
I know you got to wind up your waist and listen to the tweeter.
Tell them.
Play the music sweeter. What a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling till the morning. Say what a bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. A new day is dawning.
I want them know the mighty keep a tone from Northland and Stoneton and represent from them time till now. With the youth like Ronnie Boone, Ochipeng, Maestro, and Best as a manager. Now he come.
Teach them, teach
No,
them.
no, no. It just can't work.
Foreign
Can't
minister,
work
listen.
out, no. It just can't work. Can't work out,
Listen.
no. It never so. It can't
The
go
song
so.
ya bad.
People can't rule forever. It not go so, it can't go so. Good things must take over.
I tell you.
It's up to you, it's up to me to change the system. Who are blind, we gotta let them see. And who won't hear must listen. Equal we are in the sight of the Father, but man in his search for power has fought and killed his earthly brother just because of his color. It not go so, it can't go so. Evil can rule forever.
Hey, what you doing? Pull up that song, that song there.
It's it up, my selector. No, no, no.
Kick out foreign ministers.
It just can't work. Can't work out, no. It just can't work.
Listen, Mr.
Can't work out, no. It not go so, it can't go so. Evil can't rule forever.
Cannot.
It not go so, it can't go so. Good things must take over. It's up to you,
got the one
it's
like
up to me to change the system. Who are blind, we gotta let them see. And who won't hear must listen.
Teach them.
Equal we are in the sight of the Father, but man in his search for power has fought and his earthly brother just because of his color. It not go so, it can't go so. Evil can rule forever.
Even racism, we have some for it.
It can't go so. Good things must
Ministers of
take
church, we
over.
have some for you. Everybody has some.
More sharing, more love between one another, less fighting, backbiting.
Mother's child,
Cause we
man.
know not
Mother's
the hour.
children.
More caring, more sharing. We need to love one another, less fighting, backbiting. Cause we know not the hour. It not go so, it can't go so. People can rule forever. It not go so.
Watch it. Select the wife. Listen keenly, you. Don't already.
We all can make it if we come together.
Energy,
If we come together,
Worries.
we can make it work. If we come together
How you mean?
and make it work. That we can make it work. Be more realistic and make it work.
I keep telling you.
You see, too much of the slacky tidy business. We need to see more reality. Open the people eyes to truth and justice. Sing
teach.
songs that bring memories so
We don't scramble.
can make it work.
We teach.
If we come together and make it work, I'm telling you that we can make it work. And if we come together, we can make it work. You see, too much of the jump up. Too many of the wine and stuff. Too much of the fine by your matey. Soon one day you're gonna run out of luck. So we can make it work. And if we come together and let the music work, Lord of mercy, telling you that we can make it work. Oh, Jaja, I wanna talk with you. I wanna walk with you. Come down, Jaja, and look at modern man. We've disobeyed your commandments.
You see what me I tell you?
Trying to
We
change your
teach.
plan.
We no follow.
Just come down,
We're our mother's
Jaja.
children.
Come down, I
Wise.
pray. Cause you won't believe the things you see today. Many having abortion, having no caution. It seems they don't remember Jah. All their thinking is evil. Just come down, Jaja.
Mr. Pat
Come down,
Anthony.
I pray. Cause you
Children
people are hungry. So many people are hopeless. We see no way out. Everything is getting rougher. Yes, the living getting tougher. Oh Jah, I call on you. Open the eyes of the blind.
Rave man.
And let them see, let them all see. Just let them see now. I sing it. Calm down, Jah Jah.
You don't know about the movement and you care.
Fire, baby.
Disobey your commandments. Trying to change your plans.
Listen, I'm a drum. Damn you.
Trying not time to see us. The run is very Babylon. Got to be angry. There is a war going on secretly, and it's to wipe out the human race. So you should stop, look and listen. Look and listen for it. Slap you in your face.
Inspector Nero, watch him up.
Why do you think they're sending men in the sky?
Why?
Cause it's a plan to wipe out I and I. Prepare yourself for the revolution and try to avoid their pollution. Rebel against the Babylon system. My brothers, rebel. Too much ism and schism.
The song you
Rebel against hypocrisy. Rebel, stand firm with me. There is a plot to take us down by keeping our strongest under the ground. So the wise should teach the fool and let them know only one God knows. You got to rebel against the Babylon system. Rebel, too much ism and schism. Rebel against hypocrisy. This is reality. Talking about the time.
Rough man.
Time gets so rough. And the goings get so tough. Right now,
Set the bad boy.
time gets so rough. I said the goings get so tough. Right now, the valuation of the dollar
Sin.
and poor people are so far.
Them a
While
holler.
the rich man in it, a walla, cause him a beat. Wagga, time gets so rough. And the goings right now, it's so tough. You hear me?
Yes, so nice.
I said the goings right now, it's so tough. We belly full of but we hungry. I have to youth, but the food not enough. Trying my best to survive. Keep on trying, still I can't find the vibes. It's so tough. And the goings right now, it's so rough. You hear me? Poor people living in a world of poverty. Poor people living in a world of poverty. Encamped in a life of killing and robbery. Encamped in a life of killing and robbery. Time gets so rough. I said the goings right now, it's so tough. You hear me? Don't know what to do to change.
Hey, what you do? Pull up that song there, bad.
Cool it down, much of the bad boy business, hey. Too much of the rude boy, pie. Too much of the bad boy business, hey. Too much of the rude boy, pie. Too much gunplay, too much shatter fire. Too many youths are dying while their mothers crying. Too much of the bad boy business, hey. Too much of the rude boy, pie. Too much of the bad boy business, hey. Too much of the rude boy, pie. Too much gunplay, too much shatter fire. Too many youths are dying while their children crying. Guns blazing every day. Seems like my people forget how to pray. No love in the community. What it produces a criminal, and every day another funeral. People living here like animals.
Lies to God!
Move up and yes, we come to kill a sound. My sound come to throw them down and down to the ground.
Lies to God!
We come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. Whoa, yeah, now. We come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. So watch you now. Pack up your amps, pack up your mixer, pack up your tweeter, pack up your changer. You know my sound is a born murderer. A bad and Tony just a sing it out. Come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. Whoa, yeah, now. We come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. So watch you now. Higher the mountain, the greener the grass. Higher the mountain, the greener the grass. The wider the river, it's so difficult to cross. Wider the river, it's so difficult to cross. Come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. Whoa, yeah, now. We come to kill a sound, boy, tonight. So watch you now. I the monkey climb, the more we make exposed. I the monkey climb, the more we make exposed. You must think I saw my sound get the crown. You must think I saw my sound get thrown down. We work hard for it. We sing enough dope for it. We play a lot of songs for it. We kill enough for it.
All the way about the tune step bad.
Now some boy over there, so don't perplex my tranquility, man. You understand? Now if a guy try test and I say him have the best and get to miserable, massive. Yes, if a guy try test and I say him have the best and get to miserable, massive. Cause he never dance, stop just a pour like rain. A sound try test, he'll end up feeling the pain. Cause my sound, it's like a stain. We coming at the dance, surely to mess up them brain. You know them coming at the dance, and I say them have the best and get to miserable. Massive. You know them coming at the dance, and I say them have the best and get to miserable. Massive. The dope plate business, and we are specialists. You know Bad and Tony, a chemist in a this. And if a sound try test, he must get a face. Cause the sound over there, so you're number one on my list. Me say them coming at the dance, and I say them have the best and get to miserable. Massive, you know them coming at the dance, and I say them have the best and get to miserable. Massive, we pick them up and throw them down. Show them my sound all around.
Hey, I'm a DJ, pull that up again. Pull it.
Show me a friend,
And I'll show you who
and
you
your
are.
enemies. There is
Listen.
no one you can trust. Who can you trust? No one to call a friend. People are wicked and dangerous. They will even take your life. There is no one you can trust. Who can you trust? No one to call a friend. friend. People are wicked and dangerous. They will even take your life. The friends you have today may very well be your enemy tomorrow. You do your best, the best you can do, yet still some man a screw on you. You feed them in the morning, close them in the afternoon. Show everyone much love, yet still some carry hatred for you. There is no one you can trust.
Who can you trust?
No one to call a friend. People are wicked and dangerous. They will even take your life. There is no one you can trust.
Who can you trust?
No one to call a friend. People are wicked and dangerous. They will even take your life. What about your friend?
And I don't know about it more than
Are they gonna be
Fire, baby.
What about your friend? When you were out on the low down, them say good friends are better than a pocket money. In this time, that kind of funny. Some of them too brotherly shows and too bad mind.
And we don't know who to trust.
Word is wind, but a blow is unkind.
Be
No one you can trust.
Bomber drop, damn you.
Bright lights come.
Treat life, some of us got a
So we are
rough
saying-
life.
Tribute
What a rough life.
to the artist, Mr. Pat Anthony.
Street life, that's the only life
Bright
I
light.
know.
And
Street
principle.
life, it's not
Things
the
in time,
only
culture
way
expression.
to go.
Set it.
So we say, farewell, the Almighty God, Pat Anthony.
Treat life.
I wish send our condolences to your family, wide and foreign, internationally.
What a rough old life.
Mr. Pat Anthony. Go on, Prince.
Street life.
You got the one like Roddy Bone.
The only
Oh, you
life
mean?
I know. Street life. It's not the only way to
We
go.
are sensible.
Street life. That's the only life I know. Street life. It's not the only way to go. It's best to be in school.
Play tune,
And
play tune.
increase your knowledge.
Respect
Yeah. 'Cause
and
if I
request.
go to well tough,
The Black
it's
Chat.
best to go to college. Yeah.
Stay good.
Life can be easy.
Be trustworthy.
Life can be hard. So if you don't make it, nobody try no card. That things are rough in a foreign, things are rougher down a yard. Enough man dep on the turf who want to reach over broad. Make sure when you come, you're not flex too hard.
See?
Yeah.
Teach them.
Street life, that's the only life I know. Street life, it's not the only way to
And I don't know about it more than the UK roses,
street
man.
life.
Fire, baby.
That's the only life I know.
I go boom. You want a song?
Mr. Deceiver,
Want a song? $1 million song. Listen.
The song you bad.
That song is good.
hold on quick. That's why you just can't reach nowhere.
Select the wise.
Now why you hold on quick. Man, I you fi one and go away. Pressure me on this, pressure me on that. Pressure me on who, pressure me on what. Pressure me on why, pressure me on when. When will all this come to
Yes, so
an end?
nice.
Know why you hold on quick. That's why you just can't reach nowhere. I know why you hold on quick. Man, I you quick one and go away. Said every month a new bill come. Working hard still I can't have no fun. Bills got to be paid to ease off the stress. Or else tomorrow I may end up homeless. taking. Always asking. Always begging, and never giving nothing. Always receiving. I mean, no why you hold on quick. Man, you quick one and quick.
Every day I give praise to the Most High. Watch over I. King Selassie I, Ababa John I. Watch over I.
Yes. So we say, farewell, and may the Almighty bless your soul and took it at ease. So farewell, Pat Anthony. Yes. And we send condolences to your family at home and abroad. Yeah, man, Pat Anthony. See? So people, so we do what we do. You understand? Because as a sound system, we play all artists. You understand? And some of the artists them we play, as other sound man them would play, some people them narrate them. And then all of a sudden, when them call it, them boss, eh? And people want to say that them was the first one or them the one that bust them and all them something there. See? So Pat Anthony is one of them artists there that make sound system, some sounds them, give them some energy, you understand? And bring some vitality in the people them areas, you understand? Because him check the reality of what will take place in a society among us as people. You understand? So, an artist like that leave us, as like many others, we have to just remember them, you know? Just don't earn some popularity and still don't give no, give them no props. As a young man them would say, you know, we take and we don't give them no props. We give them props. You understand? Because we are going to miss him. And the whole music fraternity going to miss him. Young man. All this.
Man, you got to know yourself. The battle getting hotter and hotter. Man, you got to know yourself. Know yourself, black man. Know yourself right now. Now is the time, black man, that we must all live as one. When your false prophecy, get to see reality now. You and your false prophecy now. Get to see reality.
It's freedom for the human race. That's what the world needs today.
that we keep saying all the time, you know. Them is the thing that we need. Most important. And let nobody confuse us and divert us somewhere else. So I have to leave you with this really and truly because our situation needs our attention. Yeah, Black Chat. Yeah, man. Big up all the people them on the thing, man. Yes, so restitution, African slavery restitution will continue is one thing we have to expand upon, you know. But we need healthcare center, healthcare clinics. We need education institution, i.e. schools. We need African Caribbean international supermarkets. You understand? Like right now. We need African Caribbean continental, yes, Caribbean international banks. That's what we need, like right now. You understand? We need to focus our attention on an agenda that we don't leave. And when I want to try to be British more than the British, or try to be English more than the English, we have to be who we are. And we have to start learning to see things through. Start jumping on something, move on to something, and leave the thing that make we jump in the first place, leave it alone and go somewhere else. And then we'll look for change. The only change we get is we change your clothes. You understand? And if you change your clothes and you don't hold afresh, nothing is done. You smell like punk and you look well. That not work. So we need to look on restitution and we need to teach ourselves and learn our children to avoid social distractions and amusements and interference. I'm telling you, we have to. Because we spend more time with ourselves, we learn how to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves. So obviously we'll be loving and appreciating each other. We need all of these qualities, like right now. I tell you, like right now. And my fright and fear is this, that some smart people come and start talk good things, you know. Everything that we need to hear, like myself. But them ask you for money. Them speak about how much money we need to do this and that and that. And them sound like they are professors of the stock exchange, or they are the grandchildren of Alan Greenspan. Next thing you know, we really get spanked, not span. And that would destroy us. It would destroy us. Fraudulent-minded people, scammers, tricksters, they will break our backs. They'll break our spirit. They would break us. And God knows we'll never recover. You see, I'm saying never recover. Once bitten, twice shy. We been bitten and abused all of our existence. Because we are the children of the slaves. And all we've known is hardship. Don't make two smiles here and there. Make anybody tell you, say, I'm happy. No. We don't know what happiness is. Furthermore, we don't know what free means. Second of all, we've never tasted freedom. So how the hell someone come tell me, say me happy? Which happy? You can spell it. Implement it. Don't tell me about glassy things. It's something you have to feel. It's not a temporary thing. Just like love. Love cannot be temporarily. A man want to sex a woman and tell him that I do something with her. And turn around and tell her him love her. Which love? I am defining this love here. It's just a word. So happiness, we really want to strive for it. Freedom, we want to taste it. We want to live it. We want to enjoy the life that the Almighty has loaned us. I don't want artificial love and artificial happiness. It's artificial because we make ourselves feel this way. And it's temporary. And then all of a sudden we reach a certain age now and our body start transform. And we'll go through agony. We're going to lose out on life. And our victory is pure discomfort. It's just that the person who will go read something try to glass it up. Whoa! And well them know said that them a make something that wasn't pleasant because them feel that the attendance require that. Speak the truth. Let the children, your children and other people them know say, here goes another African that never experienced life to its fullest. So it stops it. You understand? That's what we have to do. It's not to be cruel, it's to be truthful. It's to be truthful. So we can put a stop to so much despair, so much oppression. That's what we need to do. Because the Almighty is waiting on us. He does, Almighty do not forsake us. And we are forsake ourselves. Believe that. God Almighty is a loving, cherishing, a forgiving, most merciful God. You understand? If you don't check that, then you have to check yourself. That's why God don't have any form of characteristics of a human being. So to move them things out of your head, because that's European ideology and philosophy. It should not work with us. It shouldn't. It should not. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, bless us, forgive us, guide us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy and blessing on the soul of all those who have lost their souls and shine His mercy on us and protect us from evil doings and evil people. Guidance. We are go with the song we're coming with.
baby. Ooh, baba doo da. Oh. Come at last, black man progressing in every way. Cause black we are, and black we will always be. Black in the sight of everyone is so beautiful to see. Oh now baby, come on and show me how really black you are. Oh my darling. Oh baby, every black is a star. Oh well baby, come on and show me
And in those moments, watch God send you a little angel. He's going to cause you to be at the right place at the right time. Worry about what you can do. Nothing else. Just do your part. And watch God meet you halfway. Do you believe that? Now I'm trying to give you some news that you can use. Is you listening? Do you hear me? Are you just sitting over there worried about it? You got to ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got to do your research for what you believe in for. You got to invest your time, your energy, all that, so you can do what you supposed to do and excel in it. Y'all be thinking y'all waiting on God, and honey, God be waiting on you. What you waiting on? Do your part.